The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County and begin with our honor roll of high school teams. Number 3 this week, Arundepoit Cross Country. The boys and girls teams each claimed titles at the Leroy Invitational. Robert Thompson won the boys race. Madeline Shellard finished second to Livonia running star Haley Pilati on the girls' side. Number 2, Victor Girls Volleyball, 7-0. after a 4-set win over Penfield in the Class AA championship game rematch. And a number 1, Pittsford football, moving to the head of the class after a 16-6 win at Victor. The Panthers lost to powerful Canisius out of Buffalo to start the season, but has been dominant in Section 5, beating Thomas Gates Chili and now defending champion Victor. If field hockey is losing the hearts and minds of its girls to soccer, you wouldn't know it in Mendon. The Vikings have 46 varsity and JV field hockey players. And finally, some hardware. When you look at the history of Section 5 field hockey dating back to 1972, a few things become apparent. Teams tend to be dominant in the sport. East Rochester won 8 times in 9 years between 2001 and 2009. Fairport, Brighton, Pittsford Sutherland, and Webster Thomas all had championship runs of 3 years since 2008. Also, a variety of teams are represented. Pavilion won twice. Cardinal Mooney got one, and that school doesn't even exist anymore. Less evident was that Pittsford Mendon had never won until last year. Why did it take Pittsford Mendon so long to win that first title?
I don't know why it was so long. We had come close so many times and wanted it each and every year, and finally we got that first title, and we're hoping to get another one this year.
Kara Brown Carpenter has been the head coach for 11 years, making it that much more sweet to win for the very first time. The turning point came 2 years ago, when after a fine regular season, the Vikings suffered a controversial semifinal tournament loss to Pittsford Sutherland. That galvanized Mendon in its preparation for 2016. Coach said that the rallying cry was unfinished business from that season?
Yeah, it was. And then we had shirts that said unfinished business on the back. And then after we won our sectional title, we crossed out a unfinished business with a piece of tape, and we wore them to school so that it was finished business.
With that bit of business behind it now, Mendon goes about trying to replace 10 graduated seniors.
That is a lot. Typically our senior class is between 8 and 10 every year, but that group last year, they were 10 very strong seniors that led back on defense, and also we had the top 2 leading scorers in the league, so they were a huge part of our program last year.
It's like, you become so close with the girls out there, you're so bonded, and you just miss having that fun team spirit, but when new girls come on the team, it's like a whole new set of girls, new faces, and it's really fun to get to know them.
How long does it take to readjust to that?
It takes a little while. We play year-round, so I've been playing with a lot of these girls for 5-6 years in a row now, and it's really good to have new girls come in, but it does take a little while to adjust and have the old girls have them move on.
Leah Tolley is one of the players being counted upon to pick up the slack. The third-year varsity field hockey player is an experienced junior now.
Yeah, it's different. I'm out there. I have to help control the game, and I'm not a captain, but I have to step up and help the girls if the captains aren't on the field, and I have to make sure that I'm keeping the energy up out there and stuff and the positivity.
Tolley runs track in her off season. She's a pentathlete with an 800-meter run specialty. There are many crossover multi-sport stars on the field hockey team. Sophomore Kira Lucy is primarily a lacrosse player.
In season, I don't really treat it secondary, but it helps me lacrosse skills, and lacrosse really translated well for me when I came over and played field hockey. But I mean, it's just a really fun sport, and I love all the girls, and playing field hockey is just really fun.
Yeah, you could play lacrosse all year round. I mean, you could be doing that
Yeah,
now.
I
Why do you
still
choose to do this?
I mean, I think just being a multi-sport athlete is really important. It's different groups of people. It's really fun to play field hockey. Like, I picked up the sport just, to see, to try it, and I ended up loving it. So I think I keep doing it just because I love it.
The Pittsford girls lacrosse team won a state title last year. A championship commonality very much on display here.
I think what it takes to win a championship is the hard work and the drive, and I think it's mainly the heart, because I think that the skill and everything that you have, that translates out on the field, but it's your want to win, and I think both of these teams have it, and I think this team really does.
Absolutely. We have a lot of girls that are a part of indoor and outdoor track that have won sectional titles. We have 3 girls that are coming off of a state title in lacrosse, so they all bring a bit of experience of that winning and bring that to our team.
Mendon leads the section with a 7-1-1 record with games against Sutherland and Brighton this week. Coming up next, Paul Gotham with Pick and Splinters joins us in the Dunkin' Donuts High School Notebook, and Kim Burnson has our Wegmans Making the Grade segment when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Dunkin' has lots of fall favorites to root for. Maple pecan, pumpkin, maple sugar bacon. But on game day, we root for one team. One team, baby. Win the fall, folks.
Welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. It is time now for our high school notebook presented by Dunkin' Donuts. And for that, we welcome back in Paul Gotham from PickandSplinters.com. Paul, what do you got on the site this week?
Plenty of soccer coverage, plenty of local coverage, and we'll be pretty soon going with RIT hockey coverage as we have Media Day, which Kevin and Clubja will be visiting that for the site.
All right, look, Jonathan Williams, you prep to a prep school in California, and he's coming back this way to go to college. I think caught a lot of us off guard.
Great story. As Jonathan said in a tweet on Saturday night, that Nate Oates and his staff with UB had been the first coaching staff to reach out to him, and Jonathan wanted to show them some loyalty, and he's going to go back and play there. It's a great story. It's a great story for all of us here in upstate New York.
No, it's a tremendous get for Buffalo, too, isn't it? Because he's probably a step above the MAC, don't you think?
One would think so, although I think the MAC's a little underrated at times. They've had some good teams, but yes, he was being recruited by a number of high Division I schools, Syracuse of note there, and everyone expected when he went out to California that was the route he was going to take, and instead he's coming back to upstate New York.
Well, I wonder how Syracuse takes this, especially getting beat by Buffalo.
Sure, and you've got to take a look at it and wonder, okay, he's going to UB, and he's going to probably step into a very good situation. At Syracuse, he was going to be a number. He was going to be one of a group of guys. Where he goes to UB, he might be the guy.
Well, good. Good for him. On another front, Chris Bostic of Aquinas, baseball player, he's had himself quite a year for himself.
Yeah, he's a great year. He gets his first chance to lead off in Major League Baseball in his Major League Baseball career and goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Of course, earlier this season he was pulled up and then took advantage later on when there was an injury, and he's done well for himself there. He is also named the Community Service Award by the organization for his work with Indianapolis. 34 community service hours, whether it would be going out and visiting schools or working with the Challenger Baseball Series. Chris really making a name for himself and doing our community proud.
That says a lot for him too, because not only, community service is kind of, it's within you, but when you're in the minor leagues, you're hopping around, there's no sense of permanence, and that he still gets, dug in and entrenched and does things at Indianapolis, I think is even greater than doing it at the major league level.
Not only has he bounced around, but he's bounced around from organization to organization. It's his 4th organization, and for him to just step right in there, and anybody who has known Chris around the area will say he's a really, really good baseball player. He's a better individual, and this just proves it.
Yeah, he got his first hits.
in first hit, and then 2 for 3, first multi-hit, first multi-run game, really stepping up to the plate.
It's going to be fun to watch. Chris Bostic of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Paul Gotham, PicksandSplinters.com. Thank you very much as participating with our Dunkin' Donuts High School Notebook. Coming up, we salute our Wegmans Making the Grade nominee with Kim, and later, creating a volleyball culture in Spencerport, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Bernson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishment of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
Making the grade this week is Churchville Chi-Li's Lily Gleason. There's no doubt Lily has made an impact on Churchville's varsity cheerleading squad. Though she's only a junior, she's been a member of the varsity team since 8th grade and is a captain of the 2016 fall season. Her bright personality and work ethic stand out among her peers, and she uses that to welcome new students into high school through a program called Link. It's where upperclassmen take initiative to help make incoming freshmen feel welcomed into a new class setting. She also uses her free time to volunteer at Strong Hospital. Lily's athletic ability isn't the only thing that stands out amongst her teammates. She also has the highest GPA on the team while taking multiple AP classes. Nominated for being an exceptional student athlete and leader, this week Lily Gleason from Churchville is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. You can send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with the Section 5 calendar.
Here's Section 5 calendar for the week ahead in girls high school soccer. On Tuesday, Pittsford Mendon travels to Greece Athena for a 4:30 match. On the boys' side, Sutherland hosts Brockport 7 o'clock Wednesday. Girls volleyball, Irondequoit is at Victor. That's Monday at 6. Boys volleyball, Saturday, all day. The Penfield tournament with Victor and Fairport among those competing. High school football week under the lights Friday. Victor takes on Churchville Chi-Li at SUNY Brockport at 7. Pittsford tries to continue its role at Fairport Friday at 7. Get out and see a game. That's the best of the Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. Here are the Vision High School Sports Beat Top 5 High School Football Plays of the Week, brought to you in cooperation with Varsity Media. For the best local coverage in Section 5 sports, visit varsitymedia.net. Here we go at number 5. It's Hilton and Webster Thomas. Nice to see the Titans representing here. It's Kelsey Carter to Tegan McCain. A little haphazard in the end zone, but it is a touchdown. Hilton, however, beats Thomas by a score of 24-15. Number 4 is Webster Schrader and Penfield. This play has a little more form to it. We saw these two guys last week, and here they are again. Breeze Segala to Mike Masucci, 34 yards and a touchdown. Number 3, the big game of the week, was Pittsford defeating Victor by a score of 16-6. Matt LaRocca rolling left, throwing lefty, and that's a touchdown to Michael Luce. A 15-yard touchdown pass on a 4th down play. Big points in Pittsford's 16-6 win. Number 2, Brockport and Greece Athena. Patrick Meisenthal to Tommy Putman. 20-yard touchdown pass. Patrick also had a 68-yard pick 6. That's all Athena got. And Brockport wins this game 19-13 in overtime. And number 1 is from Brighton Olympia. Olympia's ball trying to go deep. Nice pick by Noah Shinneman. And yeah, he's going back all the way. 82 yards with the pick 6. Brighton 56, Greece Olympia 6. The Vision High School Sports Beat Top High School Football Play of the Week. Coming up, building a volleyball culture at Spencerport from scratch when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. It is time now for our honor roll of high school athletes. At number 3 this week, under new management, Aquinas Girls Soccer is 6-2. Alana Piano scored 3 goals with an assist against Buffalo Academy. At number 2, Churchville Chi-Li football is making some noise this year thanks to running back Dejir Muborn. Mewborn ran for 259 yards and scored 3 touchdowns against Gates Chi-Lai. And at number 1, Webster Schrader girls soccer has 2 goalies, Emily Willis Nersinger and Angel Bennett, who play equally and equally well. That tandem has yielded just 2 goals in 9 games. The Warriors are 7-0-2. Eric Johnson has blossomed into one of the best volleyball players in the section. He stars at Spencerport, where a championship culture has grown from very humble beginnings. It wasn't always like this. Volleyball in Spencerport was an afterthought, if that, when Aaron Austin agreed to become the head varsity coach 11 years ago. There were just 8 kids then. The sport had a long way to go.
Well, it was definitely something that I took very seriously because I really just want volleyball to succeed, not just in Spencerport, but in Monroe County. So it was something that I'm not saying it's a lifelong commitment, but it's something that I've really just wanted to see flourish. And I really believe that volleyball is something that's underrated because every kid that comes out ends up saying it's their favorite sport or they've had the most fun playing volleyball. I really just try to bring that energy every day to practice and matches.
Football was starting out as one of the most popular sports when I came into high school. Everybody wanted to go see football, but now everybody's like, oh, volleyball's playing, they usually win. They're usually a good team too. And everybody comes here and they all have fun. They like watching us beat people.
As Coach Austin began the arduous task of establishing a culture for a sport with little or no following, he found a key piece to the puzzle in his own neighborhood.
I would drive by their house every day and Dylan would be shooting baskets and I'm like, you're tall, you should come to open gyms. And really it just started from there. And then we got Sam and then we got Josh, who last year he was all Greater Rochester and he has a really good potential to, possibly lead us to a state title this year.
Dylan Rabideau is now an assistant coach with the program and was the first of 3 brothers to play for Austin and the Rangers. Josh is there now.
He lives on my street, so he was a neighbor of mine, and he kind of went after my brother because my brother was like 6'5", and he got my brother to play, and then it kind of channeled to my older brother and then me.
So you've had a front row seat for this whole thing, just about, haven't you?
Yeah, my brother played this. He won the division title back in 2010, and now I'm playing in 2017, so.
From those 8-kid humble beginnings has grown a champion. Significantly, Spencerport now fields 3 fully rostered 16-man squads. And last year won the Section 5 Class B sectional crown, advancing to state finals.
It's pretty crazy because, you go in this program and you haven't really won a whole lot. You've just been to sectional finals and now obviously you've been to state finals, and that you can see the jump of the different level of competition and attitudes.
Jaden Gillette was once primarily a basketball and baseball player. Now volleyball is number 1.
The mental game and the physical game, I think a lot of sports are kind of one or the other, and this does a really good job at making sure if you're physically good but not mentally good, you're not going to be anywhere. So it's a good balance.
Junior Eric Johnson, meanwhile, is just a volleyball player, full-time, always has been.
I've been playing since I was 4. My mom started playing when she was in college, and so did my dad. So they got me into it really young, and I've just been playing throughout the years.
What was that like, having that be like it's the family thing?
It's really like, oh, that's the Jackson family. Oh, they all play volleyball. They're all really good. But it's just weird playing one sport year-round because I play club after this and then beach in the summer.
Volleyball is more than a passion for Coach Aaron Austin. It is his family, literally. Aaron met Elise coaching club volleyball at the youth level for Pace Bootlegger. She now assists him at Spencerport. They were married 2 years ago, and her parents to Brenna.
The Spencerport family to me is, we've always felt accepted here, and bringing her into our family, it was something that I thought was awesome too. And then having a baby girl, everyone in the stands wants to watch her. They take pictures of us, so I really feel like that's such a cool feeling to have, developing a family within a family.
3 past the 9-1 line coming in. Middles are blocking. All right, middles blocking. Rangers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rangers!
We'd like to thank our sponsors, especially the 11 dealerships of the Vision Automotive Group that make the Sports Beat possible. As do you. Thanks once again for watching. We'll see you next week with the Vision High School Sports Beat.